Okay, hiya. Right, I only had a couple of drinks, so quite sober. Um, Sunday afternoon. I think it's. Oh, is it afternoon? I don't know. It's Sunday anyway. I can't see the screen, so if I don't know any comments. I don't think you can even do comments on YouTube, but I can't see them. So I can't really see the screen at all, to be honest, without my glasses. But yeah, just well, today's been really strange because I'm packing to leave the city I'm in after 3 years, over 3 years since my dad died. And I was also born here in 1963, Christmas Day 1963. And I remember Christmases in the bed that I've been sleeping in, going back to 1960 whatever, 1966, 7. I can remember fairly clearly. I used to be like sandwiched in between my parents on Christmas Day. That's also my birthday, and then I'd open the presents, and then I'd be doted on, that kind of stuff. Well, I remember I used to look straight ahead, and there was like a three-piece bedroom suite, a very three-piece bedroom suite G-plan from 1960. Okay, and that's been there for 60 years until this morning. I started dismantling it, so because you can't actually move it from one room to another, you have to assemble it in the room it's in. You can't get through the door. So I've taken like the kind of dressing table side apart now. Most of that is in a different room, just as panels basically, and glass and whatever. I've got one of the wardrobes I've moved, and there was of course not of course, there was like mum's stuff, from when she died in 1999. Dad's stuff from when he died, but I mean this stuff has been in their wardrobes since 1960, since I moved in. A lot of it is from 1960. You know what I mean? And it's a really strange feeling because I'm looking at this stuff and it's not like I've never seen it before, although there were some things I hadn't seen. It's just the fact that the bizarre fact that like kind of you're actually you're doing some momentous kind of decision to like kind of take something apart that's been there for so long. It's I don't know whether you, like me, you feel that things, places have spirits. I think they do, but I don't think that we as humans can really experience them necessarily in the way that they exist. We can perceive them, but we can't perceive all of what they are. It was a funny feeling. It wasn't just like my mum and my dad and stuff. It wasn't a human kind of feeling. It was a weird feeling. It was a space. And that led me on to thinking about Angelica and the woman who inspired it, and the fact that her profile, which wasn't a fake profile, it was in a name not dissimilar to her own. It was really just a version of her own name, if you like. So she didn't have a fake profile, but it was a meme account, the one that I knew her through. And she said, I remember her saying that it's not a person, that's a space, yeah. And I decided a long time ago, this album, which she was around for, during its inception, if you like, is also basically a space. The first 10 tracks are a space because after the final 4, which will come out next year, early next year, will may or may not be connected with her, and they'll probably follow on from where things are rather than actually just continue with the current space, if you like. But that space at the moment is quite clearly defined. However, it's not like kind of it's not a mood space, because the mood changes. It's in flux all the time, and that's quite exciting. So given the artwork that I've done for Angelica, I was thinking I've just got this urge at the moment, maybe do an animation for the title track, but and I may also be in that myself, I don't know. That's a lot of work, it's many hours of work, and it just so happens that I've got something that hasn't been used. For an animation, it was a website animation that I got together in 2001. My artwork, original artwork, I didn't finish doing it, but the backdrop I got mainly together, so I could kind of intersperse that maybe with new stuff. Things don't have to follow any chronological or logical kind of order. You can just throw together as it feels right. You know, you can be in it yourself, you can have other people, whatever. You know, history, I mean, you can throw things together and whatever goes together goes together. As far as video goes anyway. So yeah, I'm wondering whether I should just go home and get a pencil out and start sketching, or whether I should continue taking apart wardrobes and fucking three-piece suites and God knows what. Well, not three-piece suites. No, the three-piece suite is going actually. The one down, well, there's two downstairs. One of them is being kept probably. The other one is going to the dustman, to the bin man. But yeah, there's like there's kind of sideboards and all sorts of shit that I could be taking that apart so that it's easier to dispose of. Bedroom suites, again, they can just go in the bin. Apart from this like kind of particular bedroom suite, this G-plan one, because it's gorgeous, and it's not just because I remember it from my childhood. It's fucking beautiful and it's worth a fortune. You know, it's worth quite a few £100. You wouldn't give that to anybody. It's a rarity. It's you know, it really does. It's the spirit of the age. I had so many comments on Facebook with people looking at it saying, "Wow, where'd you get that from?" So no way am I gonna throw that away. Anyhow, it's just a weird feeling. It's like moving forward this way, I'm thinking, finally, I'm not just packing up. I'm actually changing things. I'm actually, creating a new, ironically, a new leaving space. So it feels like I'm moving in, not moving out, because I'm going to be sitting there with just like me and on the bed with a little table and my bits, doing artwork and doing music, whatever, in an empty room in my bedroom. You know, not in the rest of the house, it's in my bedroom. And it's going to feel like because it's all like empty, it's going to feel like I've moved in there. When in fact I'm moving out, and it's the place that I was in, you know, 55 years ago when I was born. It's just so fucking weird. It's a really weird experience. Well, I can see the screen now, and I can see that nobody's watching this. And the reason for that is that it's YouTube. If this were on Facebook, there'd be loads of people watching it. I did 3 videos yesterday, and I took them all down. They're the first ones I've ever done on YouTube. I took them down because I do that a lot on Facebook as well. I've got them, and maybe, I mean, if you can, I know you can like kind of stream them and edit them, maybe. So that's more of a personal diary for me, really. Because I was pissed, and it's great to do things when you're pissed, but I don't feel that there was anything of enough import. You know, the content there wasn't really enough to warrant any kind of attention at all from the general public. Whereas I think this one maybe is okay, because at least it's dealing with a new album, and you know, so I can edit bits of this maybe and throw them together with bits of something else, and then knock yet another video out, put that out over Facebook or wherever, Insta, places where I do actually have following. Twitter, there's 847 followers on our Twitter, but don't know who they are, most of them. So some of them I recognise from MySpace, but most of them I don't. It's like, Reverb Nation, who the fuck, no idea. MySpace again, 8,600, who the fuck are these people? I have no idea. I have no clue who these 8,500, 600, whatever they are now. I just don't know who they are. I only met like about 3 people in the physical world out of MySpace, and that was over 2 or 3 years when we were getting those friends. Sorry, I'm just watching these pushbacks go past, because I like pushbacks. Okay, yeah, go. I've got to rambling on there. Okay, speak to you later. Bye. Oh, where's the off button? There isn't one. Okay.